The music industry is akin to a battleground, with the Billboard Hot 100 serving as its competitive stage. Each week, artists fiercely compete for dominance, aiming for a prestigious place in the top 10 to build their reputations and enjoy bragging rights. This week, the tension is high. Drake's new single, What Did I Miss?, debuted at number 2 but is expected to drop 10 places to number 12. In contrast, Justin Bieber's Daisies is set to make a strong entrance at number 2, standing out as the only top 10 track from his latest album. Meanwhile, Luther remains securely in the top 10, unaffected by the surrounding turmoil. What's driving these changes? Is Drake's decline a sign of deeper issues, or merely a minor setback in his otherwise successful career? And what's behind Bieber's impactful comeback? Let's explore the charts, the stakes involved, and what it all signifies for artists striving to stay relevant in 2025. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. Starting with Drake, he has been a dominant force on the charts for over 10 years, consistently releasing hits. What Did I Miss? Debuted with the excitement that only Drake can create. With its catchy beat, thoughtful lyrics, and a hint of confidence, it made a notable debut at number 2. However, spending just 1 week in the top 10 raises some red flags. For someone who has built a career around dominating the Hot 100, a drop of 10 spots feels like a setback, especially since this track was intended to make a significant impact. It wasn't just another single, it was Drake's effort to reshape his narrative following a series of public controversies and mixed reactions to his earlier work. While a projected drop to number 12 isn't catastrophic, it serves as a cautionary signal. In the fast-paced world of streaming and social media, a song's longevity is crucial, and What Did I Miss? Appears to be losing momentum more quickly than anticipated. What's causing this decline? Let's examine the data. The Billboard Hot 100 considers streaming, sales, and radio play, with streaming being the most influential factor in 2025. Drake's track achieved impressive streaming numbers in its first week, over 50 million global plays on Spotify and Apple Music, but the decline in the second week was significant. Reports show a 40% drop in streams, which is steeper than the typical 20 to 30% decrease for a hit single. Radio play hasn't kept pace either, as programmers continue to favor older Drake hits like One Dance and Push Up, which may be overshadowing his new release. Although sales are decent, they aren't outstanding, with digital downloads accounting for a smaller portion of total sales than in previous years. Coupled with the competitive landscape from other artists, it's clear why What Did I Miss? Is having difficulty holding its ground. Now, let's turn to the main issue, perception. Drake has built his brand on being reliable, but this reliability also creates high expectations. Both fans and critics anticipate that each new release will be a significant cultural event, a chart-topping track that defines the summer or inspires a wave of TikTok dances. When a song like What Did I Miss? Fails to generate that same excitement, the conversation changes. Social media is filled with mixed reactions. Some deem it a failure, while others think it will resonate with listeners over time. On platforms like X, opinions are divided. One user remarked, "Drake can't keep releasing mediocre music and expect us to care. This isn't 2016. Another countered, "You're all underestimating What Did I Miss? Give it a month, and it'll be everywhere." The reality is likely somewhere in between. The song isn't a total flop, but it also doesn't have the impact Drake needed to quell his critics. In an industry where perception is crucial, a brief appearance in the top 10 feels like a lost opportunity. On the other hand, Justin Bieber's Daisies is making waves. The pop star has been relatively low-key in recent years, focusing on personal projects, but his new album marks a significant comeback. Daisies is expected to debut at number 2 next week and is already creating buzz that has caught the attention of chart analysts. The song is a bright, catchy anthem with a memorable hook. Its initial streaming figures are impressive, 30 million global plays in just 3 days, and radio stations are eager to add it to their playlists, with iHeartMedia prominently featuring it across pop and rhythmic formats. Unlike Drake's more introspective style, Daisies provides pure escapism, perfect for summer playlists and viral moments. It feels like a hit from the very first listen, and Bieber's team is fully committed to its promotion, releasing a music video on the same day as the single and launching a TikTok challenge that is already gaining momentum. Additionally, Daisies is the only track from Bieber's new album expected to enter the top 10, which is noteworthy. While albums typically yield multiple charting singles, having one standout track can anchor the entire project. For Bieber, this is an opportunity to reaffirm his relevance in a competitive pop landscape. His last album, released in 2021, included hits but didn't achieve the same level of dominance as his earlier work. Daisies feels like a return to form, merging the youthful energy of his Purpose era with a more refined sound. Fans on X are enthusiastic, with comments like, "Bieber's back," and "Daisies is giving me life." The song's success could pave the way for the album to exceed expectations, especially if it continues to maintain its presence on the charts. Then there's Luther, the unexpected contender who consistently holds a spot in the top 10. Unlike Drake and Bieber, Luther isn't focused on making headlines or going viral. His song, let's refer to it as Stay Low, for clarity, as it's the one currently in the top 10, has gained traction slowly but surely. It's a soulful, subtle track that has connected with listeners mainly through word of mouth and playlist features. Streaming statistics show steady performance week after week. Luther is gaining momentum, with his music often appearing on Spotify's Rap Caviar and Apple Music's A-list hip-hop. Although he may not be widely recognized yet, his ability to remain in the top 10 while Drake's popularity wanes and Bieber's rises highlights his tenacity. He is the underdog quietly outlasting the big names, making his journey one to keep an eye on. What does this signify for the larger music scene? The Hot 100 mirrors cultural trends and currently offers several insights. Firstly, the music industry is more competitive than ever, with streaming allowing newcomers like Luther to stand alongside established stars like Drake and Bieber. Secondly, longevity is more important than a strong debut. While reaching number 2 is commendable, a song that can't maintain its position is merely a fleeting moment. Lastly, public perception can greatly influence an artist's momentum. Drake's drop to number 12 is not just a ranking but a topic of discussion that could impact his future projects. For Drake, the pressure is mounting. A brief stay in the top 10 isn't disastrous, but it acts as a wake-up call. His team is likely aware of this, and social media chatter suggests he may be working on new material. Insiders hint at a surprise single potentially being released soon, likely a high-energy track reminiscent of his Scorpion era. If he wants to shift the narrative, he needs to act swiftly. The music landscape in 2025 is unforgiving, fans have short attention spans, and there are always other artists ready to take the spotlight. A timely follow-up could change his fortunes, but it's a risk. Releasing something too soon might come off as desperate, while waiting too long could mean missing the opportunity. In contrast, Bieber is in a strong position. Daisies has the potential to become a summer anthem, and its debut on the charts will likely boost his album's performance. The key for him is to maintain momentum. If Daisies can stay in the top 10 for several weeks, it will solidify his comeback and lead to strong sales and streaming figures for the album. His team is already planning, with rumors of a remix featuring an emerging rapper set to drop next week, which could keep the song relevant and extend its popularity, especially if it gains traction on social media. Luther's strategy is straightforward. Continue doing what he's been doing. Stay Low doesn't require a flashy music video or a TikTok dance to thrive. Its natural rise indicates that there is still demand for genuine, unfiltered music in a time when algorithm-driven hits dominate. If Luther can leverage this momentum, perhaps by collaborating with a popular artist or delivering an impressive performance at a festival, he could become the next big star. The Billboard Hot 100 is more than just a chart. It reveals who is gaining popularity, who is losing it, and who is striving to remain relevant. This week, Drake is feeling the heat, Bieber is enjoying success, and Luther is playing the long game. Each artist represents a different journey in the music industry. One is a seasoned veteran trying to maintain his status, another is a comeback artist proving his worth, and the last is an underdog establishing his place. The upcoming weeks will reveal who has the advantage. Will Drake rebound with a new hit? Can Bieber transform Daisies into a major moment? And will Luther continue to defy expectations? One thing is certain. In the highly competitive environment of the Hot 100, no one is secure, and every week presents new challenges. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.